All right. Okay, I think it's on now. Yep. Hello everyone. Hi, how are you? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay now. Sorry, there was some issues on the live stream, but hopefully it's working okay now. Okay. Yeah, I can see my own feedback. So yeah, looks like it's working great. Yeah, great. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for joining. Good to see you again. This is the 16th of April on Sunday. So I will be doing the live stream for weekly forecast. So I will focus on the weekly time frame and cover Forex pairs and commodity gold and WTI and index. Okay, so now let me switch screen and see who's here now. All right. Okay, good to see you everyone. Thank you very much for joining. All right. Hello John, good to see you. Chuck Davis, good to see you too. Reza, thank you very much for joining. And Win and Rain, good to see you. All right. And Reza, good to see you again. Thank you very much for joining too. Okay. Oh, Chuck Davis says, can you please show us entry and exit screenshots like you used to do before? Doing performance review for the 3 months together was not that insightful, quite honestly. Old format was better. Oh, yeah, so yeah, because I actually showed my trade performance for the last 3 months, and just to show you how I manage my trades and my risks per trade, and also the ratio of the win trades and losing trades, and also PF, and also other stats. So that was my main focus yesterday, to share my trades for the 3 months. But yeah, I think along the way I will share some of my trades. So yeah, please look forward to it. Now I share my old trades on the communities. So in public, I am more of kind of answering to the questions and doing analysis more often. Okay, so let me see. Hello, Yewin, good to see you. And Vu, thank you very much for joining from Vietnam. Good to see you. All right, Matt, thank you for joining. All right, Bim, also good to see you from South Korea. Okay, Philip, good to see you too. Spatra, thank you for joining too. All right, and Panya, and TikTok, and everyone, great to see you here. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my analysis on the weekly time frame. So since this is weekend, I check the weekly time frame and create the next scenario in the future. So here is, so first let me start from the Euro USD all the way down to the Swiss franc JPY. Okay, and Euro USD is near the resistance on 1.1045, and I'm expecting the breakout this week. So yeah, once it breaks, I look for a buying opportunity. So Euro USD for me is bullish. It may be double top, but so far Kumo is bullish, Kijun Sen is up, Tenkan-sen is also up, and Chikou span above candles, so I still expect the breakout. So we'll see if it happens. Then I will enter trade. So that's my Euro USD analysis. And next, Euro AUD. Euro AUD is uptrending also. Kumo is up nicely, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen both bullish, and Chikou span above candles. So I'm still waiting for the breakout of the resistance to happen on 1.6434. And this pair is really nice, and once it breaks, the target can be 1.6824, and there's a room of around 400 pips to trade. So Euro AUD is bull biased. So I do look at the Ichimoku lines, Kumo, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, and Chikou span, and yeah, try to capture the trend market directions. So yeah, for this one, I think it's bullish. I still expect the breakout. But when Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, then that means buyers and sellers are 50-50. So I won't expect the breakout. Or when Kumo thin, then that's overbought. So sellers may come in, so I don't expect the breakout. So I only expect the breakout when Kumo is thick and getting stronger and uptrending, and also Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above candles. So I think this is a very nice example for the potential breakout. So let's see if it happens this week. And then next one is Euro JPY. Euro JPY was bullish last week, and then I'm also waiting for the breakout of the all-time high. I mean this swing high, 148.37. And since I see a bullish trend in the lower time frames, for now the target is around 129 pips above. So I'm expecting this week to be bullish also, Euro JPY. So I closely monitor and look for an opportunity. So looks like we have lots of potential trends this week. Okay, next one, Euro Pound. Euro Pound has been ranging Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. The price was within the Kumo. Now the price broke the Kumo, but this Kumo breakout can be fake because the whole Kumo is flat and Chikou span is also very close. So we have to wait for the breakout of that resistance, 0.8976, to be able to buy. So most likely until it breaks, I don't look for a buying opportunity unless the market gradually goes up and up like this, and then I will be seeing the lower time frames to be up, and then I would expect the breakout. But when the conditions like this, this week candlestick may be inside or small candlesticks. So yeah, I think the bottom line on this one to again wait for the breakout of that resistance. Okay, next one, Euro CAD. This one is now still bullish. Buyers are dominant simply because the price is above the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and Kumo, and also the Chikou span above the candles. But then Kumo flat, Senko span A, B both flat, and Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen flat. So buyers are winning the trades, but there's a sellers in the market. So it may range this week. So I still wait for the bullishness in the lower time frames, but for now I still stay away from this one. Yeah, not a beautiful uptrend than other pairs. Okay, next one is the Euro Swiss franc. This pair is completely flat within the Kumo, Chikou span touching on the weekly chart, so I think it will be very spiky. So most likely no trades. Alright, thank you very much for joining again. Good to see you. Alright, Spatra, thank you for joining from Nigeria. Okay, trading with Travis, good to see you. Mohab, thank you for joining from Kuwait. Okay, Photo, good to see you. Kevin, thank you very much for joining too. And Gassy, good to see you. Alright, James, thank you for joining. And AJR, good to see you too. Alright, Chick, good to see you too. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, so now let me move on to USD pairs. So first, USD JPY. USD JPY has been ranging now. On the weekly chart, the price is within the Kumo. So even if you see some trends in the lower time frames, it may be a bit spiky. So I'm still waiting for the breakout of the support, 129.56, but still in the range, I think. So this week, we can't really expect which way it's going, so I think I will focus on some other pairs, some other trending pairs. And then USD CAD, last week was bearish. It actually went down and touching the weekly Senko span A. and the whole Kumo is flat. So in this case, most likely I wait for the breakout of the support, which is over here, 1.3262. Then I think that will be the breakout of the Kumo in the support, and the market may go down strongly this way. So yeah, USD I might look for the selling opportunity in a very short term, maybe intraday if there's opportunity. So yeah, that's the USD CAD weekly. Okay, next one is USD Swiss franc. This pair is, I think, one of the good pairs too. Kumo is nicely bearish, and Senko span A down, Kijun Sen is pointing down, Tenkan Sen is also down, and Chikou span below candles. So this week it may break that resistance. I'm still waiting for the breakout of, the support. And the previous support level was here on 0.8928, and this is usually where the long-term sellers and short-term buyers fight. So we may see some spiky market. But if you check the lower time frames and if downtrend will be continuous, then I think this week the weekly candlestick will close below that level, and it goes down to the next support, which is down here on 0.8756. So my view is bearish on this one. If I see downtrend, then I take opportunities. So this is where I enter trade before the break of the major support resistance. So I'm a trend follower, and if the Kumo is too small or if the Kumo is too thin, then I wouldn't take trade. But in this case, after the market consolidated here, then the breakout, I can see sellers are dominant for the last 2 weeks. So in this case, I expect the breakout to happen. And that's usually when I get the big profits. So my view is bearish on USD Swiss franc. Okay, moving on to Pound USD. So it broke the Kumo, and like I mentioned last week, my view is bullish because of this Kumo breakout and the Kumo twist also. So still waiting for the price to touch 1.2667 and then breakout. So, but Pound Swiss franc has been a bit small candles every week, so the momentum is not that strong. So this week may range also. We may see other pairs trending more than this one. Okay, next one, Pound JPY. This pair is range to me. Kumo Senko span A is up, but overall Kumo still flat. Kijun Sen flat. Chikou span is touching, and the Tenkan Sen is below Kijun Sen. So this is still range, and the price is near the resistance 166.37, and this week it may be resisted in reverse. So most likely I won't take trades on this one. But in case it breaks that resistance, then target will be 169.27. Okay, next one, Pound CAD. Pound CAD has been also, this one is bullish. Kumo is bullish Kumo, and Senko span A is technically bullish, and Kijun Sen is also bullish too. So now, last week was retracing, so we may see a small downtrend in the short term. So this week may be bearish, but once the price touches the Tenkan Sen, then I think it goes up this way. So the target is 1.7388, and I think this is also one of the best pairs to trade to buy because there is no resistances until 1.7388. So, and also there was a previous resistance level, which was the neckline of this W bottom. So this time the market may be supported and goes up also in the long term. So in the short term, my view is bearish, but in the long term, it's bullish. So I wait for the bullish confirmations to buy pound CAD. Most likely I won't sell because the target is really small. Okay, next one is the pound AUD. Pound AUD, I'm still waiting for the break of that resistance, 1.867, and target 1.9226 level. So still waiting for that breakout or bullishness to happen. Okay, pound Swiss franc has been completely ranging, but this one also, as I have been mentioning a couple of times before, this is descending P wave. So Kumo flat, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are in the Kumo, Chikou span touching. So in terms of the Ichimoku confirmations, this is range, but in terms of the price action, still this is bearish. So I'm still waiting for the break of the Kumo and the support and follow downtrend. So my view is bearish on pound Swiss franc. Okay, and the next one is AUD USD. This pair has been completely ranging now. The price is now within the Kumo on the weekly. So yeah, I have no idea which way it's going this week. And the AUD-CAD is bearish. In the lower time frames, it's bearish. So I'm looking for the selling opportunity on this one. Weekly shows the price is within the Kumo. So the lower time frames might be very spiky. So I might choose the one that is not within the Kumo on the weekly time frame. But if not, if this is the only pair that I see downtrend, then I will take it. And with the risk management, I will take trades. So that's AUD-CAD downtrend. And AUD-JPY is ranging. The price is now back within the Kumo. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. Chikou span is also retracing. So no trends on this one. Okay, and AUD-Swiss franc is bearish. This pair is also very nice, a nice pair to monitor and trade. Because the Kumo thickness is really nice. And Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are down. And Chikou span below candles. So the previous support levels are actually no. So I'm actually waiting for the break of the last week's support. I mean this candlesticks support breakout. But I think AUD-Swiss franc continuously goes down. So yeah, my view is definitely bearish on AUD-Swiss franc. Okay, next one is CAD-JPY. The price is now within the Kumo. So this is where the market retracing to Kijun Sen. So my view in the short term is bullish. I think the price eventually goes up to 102.28. But that's in the short term, and I don't think the price will goes up in I wave. I think it will be ranging, retracing, and then eventually reach that level. So in this case, we're not sure how long it takes to retrace to Kijun Sen. So my view is bullish, but most likely I won't take trades. In this case, I mean AUD-Swiss franc looks much better than CAD-JPY to trade. Okay, next one, CAD Swiss franc, still waiting for the break of the support, 0.6603. Last week was doji, but sellers are still dominant because the price is below Tenkan, Kijun Sen, and Kumo, and Chikou span below the candles. So once it breaks the support, then I follow downtrend. Okay, and lastly, Swiss franc JPY has been really nicely bullish last week. It broke the resistance. And now it's coming close to the swing high, 151.39. And it may break. it may break that resistance and goes up this week. So my view is bullish on the Swiss franc JPY. Okay, so that's my analysis on these forex pairs. Okay, so now let me move on to gold. But before that, let me say hi to everyone. Again, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, Derek, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. Narayan, good to see you. And Kenley, also good to see you too. Thank you very much. Will, you trade on with only Ichimoku, right? Yes, I do use Ichimoku in higher time frames, but when I enter trades, I look at the lower time frames. Yes. Oh, I see some long message, but let me cover that after I cover all these markets first. In the meantime, let me just say hi to everyone. Ranjit, good to see you. Basam, also good to see you too. Alright, Lady Crypto, good to see you. Nguyen, thank you for joining. Blair, thank you for the reminding the like button. Thank you very much. Okay, Oli, good to see you. And Camilla's also. Thank you very much. And Yulich, good to see you too. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you everyone for joining. Okay, so now let me move on to gold, XAUUSD and WTI. So here is a gold weekly chart. The Kumo is trending up still nicely, and Kijun Sen is up, Tenkan Sen is up, and Chikou span above candles. And I think the market is going up to 2070.07. So that's the target. But last week was doji, and lower time frames has been a bit too choppy right now. So I'm still buy biased. I think that this market will go up still, but this is very spiky in the lower time frames. So if you trade forex pairs, then I would recommend you to focus on the forex pairs for now, because this uptrend is not that beautiful. Or you buy and hold the trade, and you put the very wide stop loss on gold to take trades. So for me, instead of taking the gold and take the wide stop loss, I prefer to follow the other better forex pairs trends. So most likely I will trade forex this week. But again, my view is bullish on gold in the long term. Okay, next one is a WTI. So WTI, there was a gap between Friday and Monday 2 weeks ago, and last week was bullish. And it's about to break that resistance of 82.56. And once it breaks that resistance, the market I think goes to the Kumo Senko Span A or the previous resistances. So my view is now bullish on WTI. Most likely it breaks that resistance and come closer to the Kumo. Okay, so let me now move on to index. Okay, so index starting from Nikkei 225. Nikkei was bullish last week, and this is so the next resistance level is 28,750. But Kumo is really thin and flat. And this is the example of the pure range market. And also Kijun Sen is completely flat. So in this case, the buyers are not following to break that resistance. So most likely I think the market continue to range. So yeah, Nikkei 225, I have no idea how many times I said that this is range every week. But yeah, it's range. No direction, it just goes up and down. So that means Kijun Sen becomes the mid price in the range. So when the price gets closer to the resistance, then most likely once it starts to retrace, it goes down to Kijun Sen. And once it breaks Kijun Sen Kumo, then goes down to the bottom of the range and then reverse. If this pattern repeats like this, then this year maybe some ups and downs unless it breaks towards either direction. So if you trade Nikkei, then that will be the strategy. But most likely, it may be difficult anyways to trade. Even if you trade, you may not be able to make profits that strong. So my best advice is to not to trade. Okay, so let's see. Next one, Dow Jones. Dow Jones was bullish as I expected last week. So now the price is going up to 34,538 and it may reach this week. Now Kumo Senko Span A is bullish, Kijun Sen is up, Tenkan Sen still flat, but Chikou Span above candles. So this was bearish before until the week of the 13th of March. But March and April has been bullish. So yeah, Dow Jones and also, especially Dow Jones, I think it's bullish now. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also bullish in the sense that it broke that resistance level of 12,874. However, the price is ranging now because the price is exactly within the Kumo. So in the long term, I think it goes up to the resistance or the Senko Span B, 13,599. But it may take time. Usually when the price is within the Kumo, especially the Kumo where the Kumo part is very thick like this, then it tends to spike and you may see a lot of dojis like this, pin bars. So it may not be ideal to enter trade. So if you want to trade one of the US index, Dow Jones looks better. It's above the Kumo. And the S&P 500 is also bullish. This one is also good because it's about to break the Kumo and also the resistances. So once it breaks, then target 4326.8. So yeah, looks like all the US index are bullish. So I would say Dow Jones will be looking the best above the Kumo, and then S&P 500 comes second, still within the Kumo, so it may be resisted and goes down. But once it breaks Kumo, I think it will be bullish. And then Nasdaq is still exactly within the Kumo. So I think Dow Jones will be the strongest bullish market. Okay, next one is the Euro stocks. So Euro stocks, this one also as expected, the market reached to the high, swing high, 4397.3. So this week it may break. Once it breaks, then the next target is the run number, which are 4500 or 4600. So the targets will be based on these exact numbers. But yeah, this one is bullish because the Kumo is up. And this Kumo shape is not too small. This is decent up Kumo. So I think this uptrend is continuous. Yeah, last week was also the doji breakout. So I think this pushback has been working really great. And doji, resistances break. Yeah, most likely this week it breaks that resistance. So Euro stocks is bullish completely. In this case also, I do expect the breakout of the resistances in this situation. Okay, next one is FTSE 100. This market is also bullish for the last 4 weeks. And however, Kumo still looks flat. Kijun Sen is up, but because Kumo still looks flat, we may see a doji or small candles until it breaks 8043.90. So I think Euro stocks is stronger than FTSE 100 so far. But let me check CAC France and German index. Okay, CAC France is really nice too. It broke the swing high 7382.9 and it has reached to the run number 7500 as expected. So now next target, I think it still goes up because of this thickness of the Kumo. Again, if the Kumo is too small or too thin, then I would say that the market may reverse. But in this Kumo situation, I think the price will be bullish. So the next target in this case is going to be 7600, which is the next run number. So let's see if the market reach that level next. Okay, so CAC France is bullish also. And German 40 is also bullish. So it broke the doji also, just like Euro stocks. And Kumo looks very nice, nicely bullish. Kijun Sen is now out of the Kumo. And Tenkan Sen is bullish. And Chikou span above candles. So it's bullish. I think the market will reach 16,292.9. So if you trade index, I think this is the best timing right now. Okay, then let me move on to Nifty. Okay, here's Nifty 50 chart. So like I mentioned before, Kijun Sen was flat. So last week I mentioned that the market may reach the Kijun Sen. And looks like last week it reached back to Kijun Sen. So this week it may break the Kijun Sen and goes up to 1830.7. So Nifty is also bullish in the short term. And also, I think I mentioned this one also before, but if you look at the Chikou span has been following the candles. So, and for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, the candlestick has been bullish from Chikou span viewpoint. So that means in the months of April and May be bullish on this market. So looks like Nifty is now bullish. Okay, but when Chikou span breaks the candles bearish, then you have to exit or you have to stay away. The pattern will be different, changed. Okay, so next one is AU200. Last week as bullish, it broke that doji. However, Kumo still flat. So this is still, I see its range. Kijun Sen is up and Tenkan Sen is down and Kumo is flat. So there's contradiction. Long term is flat, mid term is up, but short term is bearish. So yeah, last week was a bullish bar, but this week maybe doji or reverse. So just watch out when you are planning or when you are already buying AU200. Watch out on the retracement. Okay, so next one is Hansen Index. Hansen is about to break the Kumo. Well, it looks like it didn't break the Kumo last week, but this week I think it will break. And once it breaks, I think the market will be bullish and it will reach 22,750. So that is the target once it breaks the Kumo. Okay, so that's Hansen Index. Okay, and finally, let me check cryptos and Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin is now bullish. Like I mentioned before, this is called Y wave in Ichimoku. And the price has been up on this Y wave resistance. And the price is still within the Kumo, so the market can retrace anytime. Or we may see doji this week. Still, this is a bit not a stable uptrend. but there was a breakout last week. Let me check the daily time frame. Okay, according to this daily time frame, market consolidated and there was a P wave, and then P wave was broken bullish. This was on the 10th of April, and then last week was bullish. So yeah, so now it's bullish. I think it may retrace to 29,362, which is also close to the Tenkan-sen, but then maybe support it and goes up this way. Yeah, so when I see the next N wave up on this market, then I will delete Y wave, because there is no more Y wave. That will be N wave, bullish. So let's see if the N wave happens on the Bitcoin. But again, my view is bullish now on Bitcoin. Okay, so that covered the whole market analysis on my watch list. So lastly, let me review the news for this week. Okay, so let me pull up the calendar. Okay, so let's see what kind of news we have this week. So Monday, tomorrow, there's only one big news in Euro, ECB President Lagarde's speech towards the end of the day. And Tuesday the 18th, there is RBA meeting minutes in Australia, and also unemployment rate in UK, and climate count change too. So that will be impacting UK pound pairs. And then also CPI in Canada, and then Governor Maclean's speech in a BOC Canada. So CAD and pound, watch out on Tuesday. In 19th Wednesday, there is a CPI in UK. This may impact a lot also. And that's it. Thursday 20th, we have CPI in New Zealand. And yeah, that's it. And Friday 21st, we have PMI report in Germany and Euro, and also UK, and retail sales in Canada. So looks like the biggest dates are on Wednesday. Watch out on the UK and Tuesday. Yeah, watch out on Tuesday and Friday. We have lots of big news next week. So that covered the whole topics for today. So for the rest of the analysis on the live stream, let me just continue to say hi and just relax, enjoy the free style conversation. Okay, so again, thank you very much for joining, everyone. Great to see you again. Okay, since I got some comments, questions, or comments, let me check. Okay, Reza says, Mr. K, I saw your KTS strategy is very, very good and clear for me when enter the market, when exit. I want to know, after confirm in the middle time frame, which indicator do you use for enter in small time frames? So I basically use Fibonacci and Tokyo Box and the Bollinger Bands and Stochastic and the price actions just to capture the right entry timings in the lower time frames. You can actually watch the videos here. Hold on, let me put this one up. I have some videos for everyone to view just to get a general idea of my strategy. So if you can come to my webpage, hover over on free download and click on KTS. And on this page, there is a free PDF you can download, and also video series, part 1 to part 8, I think it was. Yeah, part 8 of my strategy. But this is not the deeper level, this is just the surface, but I think you have a good understanding of how I enter, exit my trades. So in terms of the indicators, I think I shared it on part 5 video, so you can watch and know what kind of confirmations I'm taking to take trades. Yeah, Ichimoku is lagging, right? Ichimoku is lagging in the lower time frames, so I don't use that. I only use Ichimoku in higher time frames. And follow the trends by Ichimoku in higher time frames. Okay. Alright, Collie, thanks for joining. Good to see you. And Tam, good to see you too. Alright, Sihe, good to see you. Meidi, good to see you too. And Philip, mind the CAD oil correlation. Oh, thank you for the information, the reminder. Okay, John says when taking an entry based on the 4-hour, this is where we hold the position until the 4-hour Kijun Sen goes flat, correct? Yes, that's correct. Okay, he says I had entered a trade based on the 4-hour, exited too early since I didn't have a chance to observe it well. Noticed when the 4-hour is still trending, it's best to hold the positions. That's right. Yeah, once you take the 4-hour, then follow the 4-hour direction. So if you're new to my channel and I'm a trend follower, I follow trend based on the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo in higher time frames until the trend ends. And how I know the trend ends is also based on Ichimoku, especially Kijun Sen and Kumo. I also look at the Tenkan Sen and Chikou span to know whether the trend is over or not. But basically, I use the Kijun Sen and the Kumo to know whether the trend stops or still continuing. Yeah, so that's what I do. Oh, see, hey, thank you for joining my Ichimoku community. Thank you very much. So once you click the join button on YouTube, that's where you can join the Ichimoku membership. And after you do that, I get these questions often by email. So let me also explain. You come to Services, Ichimoku Community, and click on How to Join. And here is the instruction of how to join the Discord of Ichimoku Community. I have now 3 books I wrote in English and Q&A sessions and live streams twice per week, and especially Saturdays, I'm covering the philosophy of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo from the original books. So this week, yesterday, I shared the philosophy of the Taito Suchi number, which is one of the time cycles concept. But like this, I share the analysis of Ichimoku with Ichimoku lines and some content from the books and so on. So yeah, feel free to join the group and get deeper understanding of Ichimoku original concept here. Okay, but again, Shihei, thank you very much for joining. So yeah, there are lots to cover actually. This is my challenge to cover the content as much as possible in the communities. Hello Gaby, thank you for joining, good to see you. And Tess, also good to see you too. Okay, Mario, please look to USDPLN. Alright. Yes, I know you ask that request every time, so let me see. USDPLN. Okay, so here is the weekly time frame, and oh, looks like as I explained, the market broke the support. So Mario, I think you should be able to make profits. So I think the market goes down to 4.1462. So I still keep this down arrow. This is still bearish. Okay, so that's the analysis, USD/PLN. Okay. All right, Amit, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Okay, John says, I had seen one of your uploads. You mentioned your exit strategy is based on price action. Once you see your position retracing, you move the stop loss to cut the losses quickly. It depends on the market situation. I do look at the price actions, but price action is not the only confirmation I use to my exit timings. So once the 4-hour or daily Kumo Kijun Sen goes flat, then so let's say here, for example, I think there is a nice example here. If I just do bar replay, where Kijun Sen became flat. So here on this date, this was 10th of October. You see Kumo still up. Kumo Senko Span A is still up, but Kijun Sen became flat. So this is when I start to think, okay, the market may retrace. But because of this Kumo uptrend and also Tenkan Sen being bullish, Chikou Span above candles, I also think that the market may break resistance and goes up. So at this stage, whether the market retrace or break new high is 50-50 in my mind. Hold on, sorry, let me adjust the chart, sorry. Yeah, so like this, my mind is 50-50 whether the market breaks that resistance or retrace. And then on the next day, let's see. Okay, so this is on the next day, the market actually appears bearish candlestick. So now I see the retracement happening based on the weekly time frame. But let's say if this is a daily or 4-hour, same rule applies, same concept applies. So this is when I look for an exit timing. So I may be buying already here or here or here and still following uptrend. And when I see the flat Kijun Sen and also flat Kumo, Senko Span A is still up, but when I see also flat Kumo, then that's when I look for an exit timing. So and also let's see M5, if I look at the candlesticks, M5, wow, there are so many wicks. This is really, yeah, I never traded this kind of a market. But let's say the market is retracing in a 4-hour and M5 shows like this. And I see reversed in the waves continuously. So once the market breaks the support, then I think that will be my exit timing. So this is exit timing based on the price actions. But then I also use the Bollinger Bands, stochastic, and other confirmations for my exit timings. But hopefully in this case, you have a good idea of how I exit my trades. So as a result, yeah, since it was a weekly time frame, the retracement was really huge. But as a result, let's say if this were the 4-hour or the daily, then I may be following uptrend, let's say since here. And then I exit here. Hold on, let me lower the chart. So my entry will be here, and the exit will be here too. And I get this much of pips here. So as a result, this part becomes the tail of the fish. This part becomes the tail of the fish, and this part becomes the head of the fish. Okay, this part becomes the head, this part becomes the tail of the fish, and I get this body part. Is my mindset. So I never try to get the, I never try to take pips from all the way from the beginning until the end. So as a trend follower, I used to think to exit at the top or enter at the bottom, but I gave up because I couldn't do. So but instead, I make sure to fix profit as much as possible. So I'm not expecting all my trades will be winning trades, but once I'm in the trade and once I'm in the profits, then I continue to follow trends. And then once I see the market retrace in higher time frames, then I look for an exit timing. So yeah, I look for exit timing. I don't exit just because Kumo Kijun Sen goes flat. That's when I look for an exit timing, is I think a better way to put it. So that is my strategy, like that. Okay, hello Wee, thanks for joining, good to see you. Okay, Reza, you're welcome. Okay, Remy, thanks for joining, good to see you. Alright. Philip says USD CHN currently in a Bollinger Band squeeze on daily chart, better to follow when the trend resume. Okay, yeah, when you see the squeeze in the Bollinger Bands, that means the market may stop trending. So yeah, that's right. Right, JJ, good morning, thanks for joining. Chen says, is Forex or crypto harder to trade? I think crypto is much harder to trade than Forex. Yeah, simply for myself, I have been trading Forex for the last 10 years. So, and I have no experience in crypto trades. So, yeah, I'm an expert in Forex trades. Yeah, hello Danish, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, John says another thing you had said was about the stochastic. When it's good gold cross, dead cross, if it's past 5 or more candles, you don't consider the stochastic as confirmation. Yeah, that rule is now changed. That rule is now changed. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I think that's an old video. I said that before. Yeah. So I minor change the confirmations. So now I don't do that anymore. Yeah, but I don't think I will add more new indicators. I think I will continue to use Bollinger Band stochastic and price actions and lines because it has been working well with me. So I'm not gonna change. But the way I see the confirmations or the way I take valid entries may be changed over time. Sometimes I do this unconsciously, like without knowing myself, I realize myself has changed the way I do, and that's also when I know the market situations are changed. Hello Mr. Fernandez, good to see you. Yeah, I like fish, yes. I had the fish yesterday too. So yeah, fish is my favorite. Sometimes, when I say this, when I say, only eat the body part, then, in some cultures, even in Japan, we sometimes eat the head. Well, we don't eat the head, but we use for the soup. Like if this for like a shrimp, for example, then you use the head to have flavor in the soup. So, or even tail too. So yeah, this is just the just the analogy of my trend follow strategy. So hello Towan, good to see you also. Thanks for joining. Okay, Said, view long-term USD CAD. Okay, let me see. USD CAD in the long term would be, let's see, this one. Long term, I think is bearish. Let me check the monthly also. Monthly is completely ranging, but you can see the Kijun Sen flat down here. So I think the market retrace down to Kijun Sen on the monthly. And then, so that means weekly may break the Kumo in the support. So long-term view is downtrend. I think in the long term it breaks the support 1.3262 and goes down. Yeah, that's my view. Okay. Oops, sorry, I think I forgot to pop up the comment. Yeah, so that's my view in the long term USD CAD. So once it breaks the support or the Kumo, then I follow downtrend. For now, since the price is very close to the support and the market is about to go into the Kumo, I don't feel comfortable to trade. So I think I will pick some other better pairs to trade. Okay, John says, your indicators are effective. I just need to implement more of your indicators to have better diversification when looking for the entry edge. Sure, yes. Please continue to practice. Look for the patterns of the winning confirmations. Then it should be fine. Yeah, so this is something I said to the GTS members today also. But I had no teachers, no mentors in my trading career. Basically, I myself do trial and errors, and I find myself to be comfortable and to be able to see charts, capture market trends, and do the risk management based on my own experience. And because this comes from my experience, sometimes I minor change the confirmations, the way I put the stop losses, the way I calculate the lots, the way I take profits maybe change sometimes. And I think it's okay to be flexible and on the strategies, because market will be different every month, every year. Nothing repeats, so the market situations may be changed. So we have to change our strategies or the forms. But my recommendation is not to change big, because if you change, let's say, to the whole different strategy, then you may get confused again. And if the new strategy doesn't work, then you may look for another strategy and another strategy, and you basically waste your time to look for the holy grail. So my advice is, instead of looking for the holy grail, I recommend you to master one strategy first. Then modify the strategy, or add some new indicators, or replace some indicators, or change the way to see the strategy, to use the strategy, but keep using the strategy as a bigger picture. So, and because I have been using Ichimoku Kinko Hyo for the last 10 years, I seriously started to use Ichimoku like 6 or 7 years ago. But I started to implement Ichimoku strategies all the way back in 10 years ago. And at that time, I didn't know what Ichimoku was all about. So I thought Ichimoku was very complicated. Even nowadays in Japan, not many traders use Ichimoku. Mostly they use moving average, Bollinger Band, MACD, RSI, Western indicators, because we also think that Ichimoku is very complicated, and that's an old indicator. But once I read the original books and find the beauty and the rational beauty of Ichimoku, then I seriously started to use. So, and I have my own way to use Ichimoku now. So if Goichi Hosoda will be sitting right next to me now, and if he sees me, my analysis, then he will be yelling at me, because he will say, I never taught Ichimoku like that. I never said to buy or sell at the Kumo breakout. I never said to enter trades, exit trades with Ichimoku only. He will say that. And also he will say, only look at the buyers and sellers in the short to mid to long term, and that's it. And follow these participants in the markets. So yeah, that's what he will say. And also back in those days, there was no PC, so he wouldn't be able to check the different time frames. Back then, there was only daily and the weekly charts. So yeah, if he were here, then he may get really confused. But or he may come up with some new strategies, modified Ichimoku maybe, and start to explain that, start to share that with us. So like this, I think the market will be different. Little by little, they will be different. So you can also change, minor change, but still keep using the same framework, the same structure, and fine-tune and improve your trades and analysis, because I think that's what we can do only. So yeah, I say this because I have been looking for the Holy Grail before, but I stopped doing it. I had spent so many hours and so much money to buy indicators, to buy strategies, to buy this and that, buy EA robots, but none of these work, not because indicators are wrong, the strategy were wrong, but because I wasn't disciplined enough to be able to keep using these strategies, and that's why I fail looking back. So through my YouTube channel, if you decided to use Ichimoku on your analysis, then try to focus Ichimoku only. Price actions and lines, you can draw, you can look at it, that's fine. But try to use Ichimoku only and see if you can analyze charts. See if you can capture the market situations correctly by Ichimoku indicator. Then you will know what's good about Ichimoku and what's missing in Ichimoku. And when you know what's missing in Ichimoku, then look for the new strategy, new indicator that supports Ichimoku, and then take trades. I think this also depends on which time frames you're using and which markets you're trading to. I think the patterns will be different, so I think you can be flexible to modify or change strategies. But I don't recommend you to do it before you master something. Okay, let me check some other comments. Okay, Jake says, good evening Kay, I am a beginner in trading but I wanted to learn more about it. The problem is that I don't understand English well. Oh, thank you very much for joining. And thank you so much for writing in English. And I know what you say, because English for me was also a big challenge when I first started YouTube channel, because all my study were based on Japanese. So I never explained about the markets, about Ichimoku to someone in English before until I started the YouTube. So I had to practice the terms like higher highs, lower lows, I didn't know. And some of the terms I didn't know either. So I hope you learn step by step. And sometimes I draw something, so you can maybe understand by my drawings too. Like here I set the support level and down arrow, so that means I'm waiting for the breakout of the support. This way you can visually understand and continuously learn through my YouTube channel, because that's what I was doing first. I saw so many videos on YouTube in English of the traders, and learned the way how they explain the markets. Okay, Remy says, what is the event that tells you to close a trade immediately? That will be these high impact news. When you check the news website, usually there are the red ones. Yeah, so these red ones you have to close before they happen. Okay, Towan says, I'm lucky to learning this directly from you, Japanese. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think, as far as I know, I think I am the only Japanese who explains about the trades in English on YouTube. And what's more, I think I'm the only Japanese who explains about Ichimoku. So I feel a very big responsibility to do this. So I'm kind of representing like a Japanese trader. So yeah, I try to be disciplined as a Japanese and be polite as a Japanese on what I do here. Yeah. I really like Ichimoku. Okay, yeah, that's good. Good to hear. So great to hear. Yeah, USDJPY, it's a bit bullish in the short term, but I'm waiting for the support breakout. Okay, VK, good to see you. We says, do you have any students who have tried and passed funding prop firms, and how was their feedback and experience? Yes, there were some students who passed the prop firm challenges. And yeah, I think the feedback is that unless you know about the risk management, there is no way to pass the challenges. Also, you have to be selective on which one to trade. You can't take all the opportunities. Some opportunities you take, the market may reverse, and you may get some losses, and usually the loss limit is 5% or 10% in a day or per month. So you can't keep losing to past challenge. So I think you have to be very good at the risk management, more than entry and exits to pass these challenges. And especially recently, due to market conditions, I think it becomes very difficult to pass challenges. Okay, John says, yes, that's why your strategy is great. It implements numerous indicators and gives a better perspective of the market. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why I use multiple indicators. Before, I used to rely on one single indicator. For example, when I have the stochastic, then I would only enter gold cross. But sometimes gold cross become fake. And I was wondering how to avoid the fake gold crosses. And I would change the numbers of the stochastic, but still fakes do happen. So I was always wondering how to avoid the fake signals. And then I came up with combining multiple confirmations for the entries. And that's how I enter trades. So yeah, so that's only for the lower time frames. Okay, Said says, Dear K, could I have your opinion on commodity soybean oil ZL? Short term, long term, please. It usually copies CL crude oil, but right now it's disconnected. Okay, commodity soybean oil. Let me see if I have that one. Do you know the symbol for this? Yeah. I don't think I have that soybean oil on my watch list. So if you know the symbol, then please let me know. Okay, we says, by the way, I have started using Ichimoku strategy on live trading. Give me a tremendous result. Oh, that's great to hear. So you started the live trades. That's nice. At some point, you have to step forward to do the live trades than demo trades. Yeah, because psychology becomes very much different. But your goal should be able to trade, live trade as if you're trading the demo account. So in my case, it's like that. So I trade my live account, but the way I see charts, the way I take trades, entries, and exits are just like the demo trades. So I have no emotion attached to my positions. I don't really care whether the positions will be profitable or losing. So I used to be very happy when I got these big pips, and I used to be very sad or frustrated when I get some, drawdowns. But now it's nothing. And I think that's because I lost too much, and I cried too much, and I got depressed too much. So I'm like, it's over now. I don't care. I just take trades based on my rules and see how it goes. Is my feeling. So, I got lots of comments on the BNF video, because in that video I say empty your mind or no emotion. But I think that was a bit misunderstanding phrase. Like no emotion is impossible in trades. If it's no emotion, then it's like a robot. But we're not a robot. We are human beings and we have emotions. So I would say to control emotion is important. Not to delete the emotion, but how to control emotion is much more important. When you first drive on the highway by car, if you remember, you get nervous. I was really nervous. But as you drive more and more on the highway, then you feel nothing. So it's like that. You get used to it by emotions. Yeah, Tess, thank you for the comment. Yeah, Metatube says, Kason, do you scale in when in profit and break even too? Yes, I do. Yes, I add more positions when trend continues still. Oh, Mr. Fernandez, thank you very much for your comment. And yeah, if you liked today's live stream so far, please press the like button before you leave. That would be great. Thank you very much. Okay, Said says, Kay, your politeness is infectious, amazingly gentlemanly and soothing. Oh, thank you very much for the comment. Yeah, I try to be. Sometimes when I see some messages, to be honest, on the chat, then I get a bit emotional. But now I'm used to it, so I feel less emotion. So it's fine. Because my true intention to do this YouTube is to share what I do, how I think about the markets, my trades, so that you learn. That's my pure motivation. So if you learn, then that will be my honor to be able to do this on my YouTube. So YouTube is like my hobby. My main job is trading, and trading is my main source of income. But other things are just like my hobby. So that's why I'm so relaxed. Oh, ZL. Okay, let me check. ZL. After check this, then I think I will end the live. Okay, so here is the one. Okay, so this market, soybean oil futures. This is the first time I see this. Okay, this is bearish. Price is now below Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Kumo. Chikou span below candles. And watch out on this support breakout. 51.34. This support level has 3 touches previously. 3 touches. And looks like it's about to break the support. And once it breaks the support, I'm sure the market goes down very fast. Because not only that it's a support, but also this is called an inside bar. This big blue bearish candlestick high and low has been including 3 candles so far. So that means buyers for the last 4 weeks has been placing the stop losses below the support, below 51.34, and once it triggers, it goes down very fast. Yeah, so watch out on the breakout. The breakout may happen anytime soon. So let me also check the daily time frame. Okay, daily time frame is also bearish because the price also again below Tenkan Kijun Sen. Kumo is bearish also, Chikou span below the candles. I think the market will be resisted by the descending trend line like this way, and I think it goes down. Yeah, so my view is bearish. Okay. Yeah, the only timing when it doesn't become bearish anymore will be when the price breaks the Kijun Sen on the daily time frame. Then that will be in a range. It might be range, and once the price breaks Kumo, then it may be bullish after this. But for now, in this situation, this is downtrend. If this were Forex, then I will for sure look for a selling opportunity. Yeah, so that's my analysis. Okay, oh, Mr. Fernandez, thank you very much. Okay, so I think this is more than 1 hour now. I think I will end the live. So yeah, again, thank you very much everyone for joining today. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, or maybe in Asian countries you're already at night. So have a great night, and I hope you capture some nice tips this week, and see you on the next one. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Alright, bye for now everyone. Mata ne. Thank you very much.